But we'll just do that real quick. January 1979, I saw a terrible crash, and I couldn't help but laugh. My ear pressed against the past like a glass at the wall of a hospital photograph. My forehead no longer sweet, withholding kisses worthy of your fiery lips. I was floating in a peaceful sea, rescued by a sinking ship. How's that sound out there? Is that a good mix for y'all? Can you hear everything okay? Cool. Let's everybody come up. There's about 12 of us here together. Let's have like a little punk rock show. It would be nice if we did. You actually can bring me down a little bit in my monitors there, Andy. It's a little hot up here. I don't need it as much. Okay. This very first song that I'm going to play for y'all is a song called The Guilt Buffet, and it's about a restaurant chain that's coming over here to Ireland, and we already have it in the U.S. I don't know if you've ever been to your grandma's house for a holiday. Maybe you've been there for Christmas, or maybe you've been there for a birthday, and grandma looks at you and she says, "How are you ever going to get a good job with tattoos like that? How are you ever going to make a woman happy with such a negative disposition about police and the government? Maybe for you it would be better if you got a handsome haircut and fixed your teeth." And all that guilt and shame that you feel at grandma's house during Christmas or during New Year's, this restaurant chain called the Guilt Buffet takes all that feeling and all that sadness and all that shame, and they cook it down into this gravy and they put it all over the food. And no matter how much you eat, you're never satisfied. No matter how much they guzzle you down, you always have this empty pit inside your belly that makes you want more of it. They asked a bunch of other super famous celebrity type bands, not just myself, but they asked Turnstile if they'd write them a song, and Turnstile said, "We've already done for Taco Bell, so we can't help you out with this one." And then they also went ahead and they asked Paramore too, and they said, "Paramore, are you free? Can you write us the song?" And they said, "We have more money than God, we're not interested." But me, they called me, I was third on the list, and they said, "You know, we know that you're super famous and everybody loves you. Do you want to go ahead and write us a jingle for our restaurant?" And I said, "I love money, I'll do it." Andy, will you mute me here for just a second? This makes way more sense just to do this. So we're going to do this, if that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and write this song. This song is called The Guilt Buffet, and it's about a chain restaurant. It's coming to your town. They got coupons in the paper, 2 for 1. Kids get to eat for free before 3 o'clock on Saturdays and Sundays. It goes like this. I was listening to a bunch of Korn and the Bloodhound Gangs when I wrote this song. 2, 3, 4. Everybody's looking for someone else to change, and looking for someone like them to take a little blame. You can be a different person or start again today, but at the Guilt Buffet, everyone pays. Isn't it strange how it all works out that way? Seven, 8, 9, 10, the Guilt Buffet is open like 7 days a week. There's always 2 for 1 there, and the kids can eat for free. Every time you leave there, you swear it off for good, but it's hard to say no when there's a Guilt Buffet open. Take your wife and kids. It's time for Guilt Buffet. Guilt Buffet again. The roof is on fire. Same chords. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. At the guilt buffet, everyone pays. Isn't it strange how it all works out? All works out, all works out that way. Thank you very much. This next song's a fucking protest song about the winters up here in Ireland. Sometimes it gets so cold. You know what I mean? Does anybody have a pipe freeze in their basement? You don't. You have basements here?
No, we don't.
Okay. Has anybody ever had a pipe freeze and then you can't get the water out? Has anybody ever tried to walk down a flight of steps and you hit the ice and you ba 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 ba, and then you're just sitting in a puddle, not snow, but it's not water either. It's that gray slushy shit that's the absolute worst. Anyhow, sometimes that weather can just get you down. It can really bog you down and make you feel like you got nothing going for you. This is a protest song about the winters in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Ireland too. This song's called Seasonal Depression. That my songs make them want to throw up, that I'm not original, or catchy, or clever, or smart, fuck you. They said my guitar would sound better at the bottom of the Ohio River, and I should get a job with a Route 51 paper. And sometimes I feel like I agree with my old friends that don't call me anymore to hang out or catch up or go drink beer, root beer. And maybe I am not the same, thank God that I am not the same, and I hope to be weirder than this time next year. Yeah! Woo! With friends like that, who needs friends and no depression? In Western Pennsylvania, or anywhere, you're afraid to just be yourself. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck here, trapped in the wrong gear. Like an empty pack of cigarettes, like an endless bill called college debt. And I don't know when I first started feeling so alone. Like how everyone else has a place, and I simply don't. And sometimes you wake up in your 30s, take a look around, motherfucker. 40s? Sometimes you wake up in your 40s, take a look around, and realize that you're lucky not to be a ghost in a ghost town with friends like that. Who needs friends when you have seasonal depression in Western Pennsylvania or anywhere? You're afraid to just be yourself. Woo! Sometimes I think that I'll die here, and sometimes that's alright. Sometimes those words haunt me and cut me like a butter knife. And if your friends are assholes, then you're better off alone. Or you can go make new friends at the retirement home. Or you can move to Hazelwood, and I will be your friend. And we can make a record in our brand new punk rock band. Yeah, baby! Woo! In our brand new metalcore band. In our brand new satanic death black metal band. Ska band. Trad rock band. With friends like that. Who needs friends when you have seasonal depression in Western Pennsylvania? When you're spending your summers in Belfast, everywhere, you're afraid to just be yourself. Thank you very much. So here's the option. I could fix this guitar string, which would probably take me about 10 minutes to do, and then I couldn't play all the songs. Or we can just, let's use our fucking imagination for a second.
We have got imagination.
You've all heard a G chord, right? Just, yes. G on 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. G. Okay, great. You guys sound like shit. But you can imagine what a G chord sounds like. So I'm not going to fix this string. We're just going to go ahead and just have like a thing without it.
Sounds good.
Good. Sounds good enough for me too. I have to be able to hear myself over top of you. So if you're going to sing, number one, you have to sing in key. No, I love you so very much. You look so handsome in that T-shirt that you just got tonight.
Take your shirt for sale down in the corner.
Well, sugar toe, the doctor's gonna take my sugar toe. I had diabetes and I didn't know. Now the doctor's gonna take my sugar toe. Oh, sugar toe, the Lord's gonna take my sugar toe. I went to the church and not the hospital. Now the Lord's gonna take my sugar toe. Oh, sugar toe, the doctor's gonna take my sugar toe. I had diabetes and I didn't know. The doctor's gonna take my sugar toe. Thank you! Okay. This is a protest song about the doctor that didn't take my sugar toe, but another doctor from back home. And I was having a hard time inside my mind. If you feel like you're ever going to hurt yourself or you want to hurt other people, there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in going to get a doctor. There's no shame in taking medicine. There's no shame in getting your mind right. It's important that you do. I don't know what it's like over here in Ireland, but over in the U.S., it costs a lot of money to be sick. And they know they got a target right on your fucking forehead. And if they can give you 1,000 pills, they'll give you 1,000 pills. And if they can go ahead and make money off you, they certainly will. This is a protest song about Big Pharma. It's called Crazy. It's not easy to believe. I feel crazy half the time. I feel crazy half the time. I feel crazy half the time. Everyone tells me I'm fucking fine. I feel crazy half the time. My face with a piece of glass so I wouldn't have to go to church. I've done more drugs than the Rolling Stones, and I forget why I'm even here. What's the point in anything if everything means nothing? I'm all alone in a crowded room. Nothing's real, nothing's good, and you wanna die, but you don't know how. To tell your mom you don't believe in God. I'm older now than I was then, but all I want is to be born again. Son of a bitch. I feel crazy half the time. I feel crazy half the time. I feel crazy half the time. Everyone tells me I'm fine. I feel crazy all the time. Thank you. Of course, I'd rather sleep on your front porch than on your cat piss stained apartment floor. I wrote
some songs about my life, and I don't sing about politics anymore. And you can bet until my last breath I will do my best to never second guess that from here on out all these songs are about how we are gonna weather this storm together. I'm still alive and I have survived, and I can stand up tall with pride to say that I haven't tried suicide in 12 long years. That's not to say that I don't have bad days, that I don't curse God's name or puke at the sight of my own face. I just found a better place where I can be myself, all by myself. There's room for you, buddy, if you choose to smile and say, fuck you, to those Sunday blues, and throw away what you hold on to if it brings you down. So, tell the truth, what are you gonna do until you turn 92? Doing what someone tells you to, or standing up against all of the bullshit. I might be poor, well that's for sure, but I'll endure and I'll stay out on tour. And I lied to you when I said that I don't sing about politics anymore. Thank you!
Okay. I've been going down to Atlanta a bunch this year to go hang out with Josh, my buddy from '68. We've been making a new record together. It'll be the first Zanetti record ever. Very excited. I was in a punk band for 15 years called the Homeless Gospel Choir, and it was sometimes me just by myself, and sometimes it was a bunch of friends, and we'd get together and make a loud ruckus punk band, and sometimes we'd play small little shows like this, and sometimes we went on tour with My Chemical Romance and played basketball arenas. And we did a whole bunch of everything in between, and it was super duper fun, and I look back upon those years super duper fondly. But now that I'm older, I have different ways of expressing myself, and new things that I want to say, and new ways that I want to say them. So I have some new songs I'm going to play for y'all if you don't mind. This song is called The Hell You Know The Best, and it's about that. We all have different types of hell that we have to go through. Sometimes that hell is school, sometimes that hell is work, sometimes that hell is other people, sometimes that hell is being by ourselves. But whatever that hell happens to be, you don't walk through it alone. There's plenty of other people in your family and in your friend group and in this very room here that are also desperate for community and togetherness and connection. This is a fucking protest song. Oh, I don't know how that's going to go without that string. But we're just going to... Yep, that's it. Okay.
Derek.
Yeah.
Do you need a string?
Well, I'm gonna roll it. We got about 7 minutes left. I'm gonna play about 3 more songs and I'm gonna do it. I love you so very much.
You better not sing off key.
Oh boy. I'm using, Josh, I don't know if you know, I'm using AI right now, so I mean all this is artificial.
Is it your clicks coming
Yeah, my clicks coming through. Yeah. Let me just fix the computer so I can sell lots of t-shirts. Chicken winged into an argument. Last Christmas was so difficult. My cell phone screen's been bleeding me dry as a Pinot Noir. To prove that I'm a sucker for just one sign from the Lord. There's a fighting chance we'll make it out with bruised egos and cottonmouth, while the devil's got his pedal to the dirt. And I won't call you if you don't call me. If you see me first, you can let it be. But I'll wave back if you wave at me first. My skin
skin's wearing thin, nothing makes me smile. Addicted to the dopamine that used to get me high. Solitude ain't all that bad when your ghost is floating in my mind. My mind, my mind. Treat your neighbor as yourself sounds good when we agree. And the scale of what you give and take are shared evenly. It should come as no surprise to you. No one calls you in their time of need. Need your need. This next part's about my dad. To all the boomers with .com accounts who only type in caps. To the summer that I spent in bed watching Yo MTV raps. To the mean girls in your life who post on Instagram. There's a hell that's burning hot as heck awaiting there for them. And there's a dentist talking suicide to a mirror during tea. There's a waiting room filled with screaming kids who never brush their teeth. There's a Jesus Christ getting crucified and a picture behind me. They hung him there to let you know times can be worse than these. This is for the Catholics and the Protestants. Well, my skin's wearing thin, nothing makes me smile. Addicted to the dopamine that used to get me high. Solitude ain't all that bad when your ghost is floating in my mind.
Play two more songs and then 68's gonna come up here and play. Does anybody have any questions at this point in time in the show?
Are you having a good time?
I'm having such a good time. This is the best.
Is it a protest song?
No, this one certainly is a protest song. I'm so glad you've been paying attention there. Sometimes you could never tell. This is the tuning song. It's the same every time, you know? Okay, cool. Sometimes the tuning song is different. Cool. I don't know how that's gonna go. I might not be able to play that song. Okay, we're gonna try a different one now. You know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Just use your imagination.
Who needs bed when you can live low and high?
This song's called Pennsylvania Songbird, and it's about my mom and it's about my niece. She's 2. She's gonna be 3 in January, and I'm her favorite by a fucking mile. I'm her favorite for one reason only. Her parents don't let her have candy yet. But when Uncle Derek comes over, there's candy! There's candy. There's so much candy. And I've been giving it to her whenever they're not looking. And so whenever I come over, she's like, oh, Dee Dee, you're here. And I'm like, I sure am. I'm going to give you so much candy. And then I'm going to leave. And then your parents got to put you to bed. Ha ha!
You're my favorite too.
It's my
Is it like all the
fucking
Irish
jam.
County?
This song is called Pennsylvania Songbird. A couple miles south from the town I grew up in, they're speaking in tongues and they're handling snakes. Oh, the Holy Ghost power is enough to heal ya, but it never shows up until it's too late. My mother's garden is the best in the county, a bed full of red beets and rows full of kale. She waters it early before the sun rises, 'cause her medication don't mix with heat well. Oh, my father buried the cat by the brick shed. We never did find him when we tore it down. We hired the neighbors to remove the rubble. They buried it at the golf course on the rich side of town. Oh, money's subjective when you come up with nothing. My old man, he taught me to dig through the trash and to check all the dates on the back of the canned goods and smile when you do it so you get the last laugh.
My brother played football and I went to tech school. We both started working before we were 10. He bought a used car and I bought a guitar. He wakes up to work out, I eat takeout in bed. Oh, in the morning after years of smoking, or maybe it's due to the steel mills back home. But I sure am lucky for the hand I was given, 'cause you can't drink the water in Butler County anymore. The Pennsylvania Songbird knocks like a hammer and sings like a church bell on Easter Sunday. The turnpike is costly from Philly to Pittsburgh, costs almost half of a worker's day rate. My brother's baby is as cute as a button. Everyone says she looks like Uncle D, but I'm scared to have children, 'cause I used to hear voices, and I'd hate to have somebody turn out like me. Oh, the girl that I married moved me from my hometown to try something new on the east of PA. The buggies and horses in Lancaster County remind me it's okay to slow down my pace. The Pennsylvania Songbird knocks like a hammer and sings like a church bell on Easter Sunday. Thank you all very, very much. This is the last song I'm going to play. 68's up next. Thank you for being here. I made some art. It's in the back. You can go through my binder of sketches and pick one out if you'd like to have one. You can buy it for money. I would love for you to have your life be colorful and filled with art, and I also would love to take your money. This song is called Normal, and it's about this very moment here. We don't get to choose where we're born. We don't get to choose the family that we're born into. We don't get to choose a lot of things in life, but we get to choose the family that we choose in this life. And I choose my punk rock family, and I choose you fucking weirdo, misfit, queer punk kids out there to be my fucking family. And I feel safe, and I feel good, and I feel like I can do anything as long as you guys are here with me. And I hope that you feel the same way. This is a protest song. 68's up next. I toured with Andy in 2015. He played in a band called Axis Of. And we went ahead and it's so good to be here with you, brother. I love you so very much. You look great. What a treasure it is to be here with you. This goes out to you, bud. I have it muted. Don't worry. It's not you. It's me. When the songs would end, we'd just rewind them. I found my escape in that dead Kennedy's tape. When the songs would end, we'd just rewind them. I found my escape in that my when the songs would end, we'd just rewind them. Kids with purple hair were out there somewhere. I would be goddamned if I didn't find them. Up until that time, I had no peace of mind. I was stuck inside of something I didn't sign up for. So then I met this kid with dreads, and I can't forget what he said when I told him I didn't want to feel strange anymore. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna
about this moment right here. I started going to shows and taping songs off the radio. And then I figured out the radio was bullshit. And I picked up a guitar and I played it with my heart. And I got inside my car and I started driving. 20 years and change. Well, this is more than just a phase. I found something that I could believe in. When things are getting tough and I feel like giving up, I remember what my one friend said to me, and this is what he said: you're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal, 'cause you're a punk. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal. You're never gonna be normal, 'cause you're a punk. I wanna be sedated. 68's up next, y'all. Thank you very much. That's a 5-stringer. That's a 5-string gig.
Who needs sex when you get a 5? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it fooled you fucking jokers.
We get a